Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So many of you have been asking me about the MPOWER Finance student loans and the Prodigy Finance student loans. Most of the questions are around the difference between these two, how these two loans can benefit you as an international student, the advantages, their disadvantages, and many more. Based on my own research, I am just going to be giving you the information I gathered. Please guys, I do not give financial advices. Seek your financial advisor for any professional advice you are seeking. I am just bringing out this information to you because I did my own research. Alongside, after watching this video, I would advise you to do your own research so you can understand better based on your own needs. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell by the side so whenever I drop a video like this, YouTube will notify you. So before we continue with today's video, I will advise you to get your pen and your book so you can jot these things down and do your own research. I'm going to be giving you a detailed comparison between the MPOWER Finance student loans and the Prodigy Finance. So the first I will be talking about is the eligibility criteria. So for the eligibility criteria for MPOWER Finance, you don't need a collateral, no consignor, and no credit history is required. And secondly, MPOWER Finance student loans are only available to some schools in the US and in Canada. So I always say this on my videos, before you apply for their loan or before you apply for any admission, as long as you do not have the finance to cover your admission, please go to their website www.empowerfinance.studentloans/schools they support. So you can check out for the schools they support, and they only support schools in the US and in Canada. Then next, you must be within 2 years of graduation. You cannot be going for a 2 weeks course and expect them to give you a loan. You cannot be going for a 5 years course and expect them to give you a loan. You cannot be going for a 3 years course and expect them to give you a loan. So you must be within 2 years of graduation. That is between 1 to 2 years. So if you fall beyond this category I have listed, I'm sorry, they cannot give you a loan. Then next, they mostly support students going to study STEM courses, business courses, health courses, and public policy courses. But before now, they used to support all courses, like all programs. But due to the visa requirement and the processes and changes, they had to make some adjustments. So if you do not fall within this category, I am sorry, you have to go and seek for a loan somewhere else. Then lastly, MPOWER Finance consider your future earning potential, not your financial background. So you can have all the money in the world and not have a future earning potential. They will not accept your loan because at the end of the day, they want you to be able to pay them back. It's not just giving you the loan to study. They want to be able to receive their money. That's the reason why they consider your future earning. That is the kind of job you'll be able to achieve or the kind of job you'll be able to get after you graduate. So that is their major requirement. So if you do not fall within this category, I am sorry, they cannot offer you a loan. Don't waste your time. Then the next is for the Prodigy Finance. So Prodigy Finance is also like MPOWER. You can take this loan without any consignor or collateral. They support students going to the UK, the US, and some Europe countries. And next, they also require you to already have an admission letter before you apply for their loan. Then lastly is that they support very high-ranked universities. So if what you are looking for is not in their category, I advise you just go and look for the loan somewhere else. So the next category on my list is the loan amount and the loan disbursements. So the loan amount acceptable and when it can be disbursed is a different thing. For MPOWER Finance, their loan is up to 100,000 USD. And guess what, guys? You can only take up to 50,000 per academic year. So the last is that MPOWER sends your tuition to your school directly. So this one is for those of you that have been asking me, will MPOWER fund your flight tickets? Will MPOWER pay your tuition deposit? Tuition deposit, by the way, is the money you pay to secure your seat, not your tuition. It's a deposit you pay, and you can get that deposit back if you decide not to go back to the school, for some schools anyway. But MPOWER will not cover that cost. They will not cover your tuition deposit, your living expenses. Figure that one out on your own. And let Empower focus on your tuition itself. Then the next is Prodigy Finance. For Prodigy Finance, you can take up to 100% of your total tuition, and they also give you living expenses and tuition. So if you are considering this, I advise you to go for Prodigy Finance. But if you don't mind the tuition deposit and the living expenses, you can go for Empower. Do you understand? And also, Prodigy Finance also pays directly to your school, so there's no way you can get flight tickets. Do you understand? Then the next is the interest rates. This one is very, very interesting. I would advise you to go to their websites and check this out on your own. From my own research, Empower Finance interest rate is fixed, while Prodigy Finance interest rate is not fixed. It can go up at any time. For Empower, as long as you have received the loan, they've disbursed to your school, you will know the specific amount you are going to be paying each month, so it is fixed. Then next on my list is the repayment term. I said this before in one of my videos. Before you land, as long as your school fees has been paid to your school, and you tell them okay, or you want to relax and gather every other thing and say, oh, let me just wait for month end to reach, your interest rate has already started counting, as long as your tuition has been paid to your school, whether you have started school or not, whether you have resumed or not. For Empower Finance, by the way, your interest rate starts counting before. That's for the interest rate too. Then after you graduate, you will get a 6 months grace period. Then after the 6 months grace period, I believe this grace period is for you to use to find a job, get yourself together and every other thing. Then after the grace period, you will start paying your money in full, and they expect you to pay back in 10 years. So for those of you asking me, or those of you saying you are scared, what are you scared for? 10 years is a long time to pay back. And I got a question, somebody was asking me, how will I pay back when after I finish studying I have to come back? What if I don't get a job in my home country? I'm like, why do you want to? Anyway, that is between you and yourself. I don't know. Then also for Prodigy Finance, their interest rate is also during your school period when you're in school. And then they also give you a 6 months grace period to get yourself together. And their loan repayment is between 7 to 20 years. So you have all the time in the world to pay back. And for some people, when they see something like this, they become relaxed. But when it comes to Prodigy Finance, their interest rates can fluctuate. So if you are taking Prodigy Finance student loans, please hurry up and pay back. The next is the application process and the customer support. Empower Finance is perfect. Like, theirs is perfect. They can accept your student loan in like 10 minutes. I did for somebody, and I did it around 3 a.m. that night. The following day, I woke up and I checked, because I had an email. I checked my email and I found the acceptance letter sitting there. That was how fast it was. They can accept your loan very fast. And recently, Empower just restructured their approving their terms and conditions. But before they processed it, because they gave us a notification that they were going to process a new terms and condition, and it will take effect I think what's on the 21st of May. But guess what? Somebody applied before they made a change that night for a different program, because they changed the programs that they are now accepting. They gave that person loan that night. So Empower is that fast. They are really fast, 100% online. Customer support is superb because they are always on, like they are with you. Communication is like this, back to back, because they are there. Like, they want to help you get a loan. They want you to get a loan. They are always available, especially if you call them around 4 p.m. because of their time. Most of them are in Canada and some of them are in the US, but mostly by 4 p.m. they are there, always there. Communication, they are there. So I have, like, the reason I'm saying this because I've got experiences with them. I'm an ambassador of Empower Finance. Obviously, I have helped like a lot of people get loans. Obviously, so that's the reason why I know them so well. They are there. Then Prodigy Finance can take up to 2 to 3 weeks to approve your loan. It is 100% online. So the last on my list is the benefits each one of these loan apps or loan companies I have mentioned give to you. They all are great. Both of them are very good. If you can't get this one, I advise you to go for the other one. Okay, so both of them are good. Based on your own need, you can apply for any one of them. If you cannot pay in 10 years, if you feel 20 years is okay, please apply for Prodigy Finance. If you feel 10 years is okay for you, please go for Empower Finance. If you are looking for schools in the UK, Australia, Canada, Prodigy Finance is your school. If you're looking within Canada and US, Empower Finance is your school. So both schools are very good. If you don't have a choice, these are your choices, and I advise you to go for any one of them. The last I'm talking about is the benefits. So Empower Finance gives scholarships to students going, especially women going for STEM courses, refugees and other citizens and global citizens. So Empower also gives referral program like refer once I refer you to Empower Finance, I get a bonus, a reward for it, and as well you that is being referred by me gets a bonus for it as well. So it's a two-way thing. Why Prodigy doesn't do that? Then Empower also helps with your credit building. So in case you do not have a credit score presently, you can still qualify to take up a loan. And if you have a credit score and your credit score is good, you can still qualify to take up a loan. But what if your credit score is bad? You need to fix your credit score before you apply for the loan. Don't think it's because you are taking loan from Nigeria, it will not affect you. Empower Finance uses your credit score to accept your loan. So if your credit score is bad and you are taking loan from any of these companies in Nigeria, it's going to reflect in your credit score. Even if you're taking from your bank and you are not paying back on time, or you did not even pay back at all, it's going to reflect on your credit score. Take time and pay back this loan so your credit score can go back to normal and they can give you a loan. Once they feel that your credit score is okay and is coming up little by little, they will give you the amount they feel would not be too much at risk for them. So that is everything I believe I have talked about. Then Prodigy Finance is they offer resources and alumni network access for your school, and they are also strong in the UK and in Europe. So that is everything about the two loan companies I am talking about. Most of you have asked me so many questions. I hope I have answered your questions, and if I have not, please go to their website and make your own research. Like I said, I am not a financial advisor in any way. Go to your financial advisor and seek a professional advice. I'm not a professional, I'm a content creator bringing out information to you based on my own research. Please, I beg you, do your research. Do not come and say, Susan said Empower will give me loan if I have a bad credit score, or Empower will give me loan if I am going for history program. No, I did not say that. I gave it based on my research. And for the purpose of this video or purpose of your own research, I'll be dropping the links of these companies on my description. And if you feel free and you want to be so generous, or you need my help one-on-one, want me to help you apply for the loan, or you want me to consult for you, please click on the link on the description. This way I'll be able to get a percentage for referring you. This has nothing to do with you. You also get your own percent for being referred. And guess what? I work with them. I'm an ambassador with them. Your application will be faster and I will work with you personally. So I have a nice day, guys, and bye.